Good evening, Rachel. Cement Shoes. How are we all doing today? I hope we had a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us tonight. My day was pretty good, Rachel. A little bit busy, but time to slow down and enjoy the weekend. The weekend's going to be busy again. We'll enjoy the few hours that I have, relaxing, sitting back. Hope you had a wonderful week. Kevin Brand. Good evening, Kevin from South Carolina. Well, I'm here tonight. I'm ready. Let's go have some fun. Let's do it, Rocky Road Lady. Welcome to tonight's stream. Cheryl Allen, good evening. Welcome as well. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Sharon McFowle, good evening and welcome. Why Wonder? I love that. Why Wonder? Wonder Woman. That's cool. Good evening and welcome to tonight's trivia. We're going to play Dumb Criminal Trivia here in a little bit. If you're new here and you haven't played Dumb Criminal Trivia with us, you'll see the question displayed on the screen, and each and every question is multiple choice. We're only playing for fun, so use whatever references you want. Ask anybody in the room with you. Use Google. I don't care. It's just for fun. Mandy Hall, good evening. Welcome to Dumb Criminal Trivia tonight. I hope everyone had a wonderful week. I had myself a very busy week, and I get to relax a little bit tonight, play trivia with everybody, and then then the weekend starts, and it's just going to get here on out until the end of the month. It's pretty booked. Dumbest Criminal, Chris Watts. Love Dumb Criminal. Well, I hope you enjoyed these questions tonight, Cement Shoes. Gayla Denson, hello, cooking dinner and listening. Well, good evening, Gayla. I hope you had a wonderful week. Will, do you want me to write a bizarre serial killer obscure fact trivia? Sure. I think I thought we talked about this last time. It'd be a great idea, Smith Shoes. Philly Cat, good evening. How is Philly Cat doing? I hope you had a wonderful week, and thank you for joining us tonight. All right, get this up on the screen here. So, Dumb Criminal Trivia. All right. There's question number one. Gary Ruff isn't a master criminal. He last tried to rob a bookmaker using a less than lethal force. What did he use? Was it A, toy hammer, B, a cucumber, C, a toy bat, or D, a rag soaked in gasoline? Good evening, JDR. Welcome to Stupid Dumb Criminal Trivia tonight. What did Gary Ruff use as his less than lethal force? Rachel's B. Sharon going with A. B. Philly Cat D. Smith choose C. Oh, I forgot to put myself in my little window. Hold on a second. No. Get in your little window. There we go. Hey, got myself in my little box here. I can't get out. Rocky Road going with B. Gail A. What did he use? Just joining in, guys. Right, Cart? You're here for question number one, sir. Oh, well, it's B. You're guessing B, huh? Well, welcome, Rykart, either way. All right. Gary Ruff isn't a master criminal. He tried to rob a bookmaker using a less than lethal force. What did he use? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think this masterman did? Eliza Grogan, good evening. Welcome to tonight's Dumb Criminal Trivia. A hammer, a toy hammer, a cucumber, a toy bat, or a rag soaked in gasoline? I think I have all of them are probably something that some dumb criminals tried over the years. But what did Gary Ruff try? All right. Well, don't see any more guests coming in. So, question number one. The correct answer is B, as in boy, a cucumber. And once they realized that no one was actually going to be harmed by the cucumber, they tackled him to the ground and waited for the authorities to come and arrest his dumbass. But B as in boy. Question two. You need a good looking photo if you're going to have a chance on a dating site. What photo did Mac Yearwood use? Was it A, his high school yearbook photo, B, his DMV photo, C, a wanted poster photo, or D, a photo of Jeffrey Dahmer? What did this master criminal use as his profile picture for a dating site? Okay, in case you're wondering, I know it doesn't really say what his criminal history is. I kind of cut that out because it's a lot longer than it needed to be. But Mr. Yearwood has been arrested 3 times for distribution of drugs, bad checks. He's been arrested for embezzlement from an innkeeper. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, theft from an innkeeper. He's also been arrested for a DUI, resisting arrest. Those are just some of his criminal convictions. Mac Yearwood, master criminal. Smith Shoes is going with C, wanted poster photo. Samantha Muster McDowell, good evening. I hope you had a wonderful week, sweetheart. Thank you for joining us. Need a good looking photo if you're going to have a chance on a dating site. What photo did Mac Yearwood use? Well, good old Mac Yearwood didn't have a camera to take a selfie. You'd think he would because everybody's got a cell phone these days and you can take a selfie. But good old Mac Yearwood used C as in cat. He used a wanted poster photo, yes, of himself. He used his own wanted poster photo for a dating site. That's the kind of catch you ladies out there need to find, huh? Find yourself a master criminal who uses his wanted poster photo. Question 3. James Turner and Marcus McBride, 2 of the most brilliant thieves ever, after robbing a local 7-Eleven, which is a convenience store, in case they don't have them in your area, at gunpoint, What did they do next? Was it A, they went to Disneyland? B, they went to work at 7-Eleven? C, they drove away to a park and took a nap? Or D, they walked out to waiting police? What did James Turner and Marcus McBride do after robbing 7-Eleven at gunpoint? Excuse me. Billy Cat's going with C. Rackard C. Smith Shoes C. Talk about great ideas. Not. Question 3. The bunny rabbit. Eliza is going with B. Do you pronounce it Eliza? Maybe I'm pronouncing your name wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. I just realized that I have a friend named Eliza, who she does stand-up comedy, but she pronounces it. I think she spells it the same way as Eliza. Okay, Eliza. I'm sorry about mispronouncing it, Eliza. I was just looking at that again. I'm like, no, I think that's the same way that my friend spells her name. Starfire, good evening. And Starfire is going with B. Went to work at 7-Eleven. What did James Turner and Marcus McBride do after robbing a 7-Eleven at gunpoint? JDR is going with D. Walked out to waiting police. Smoke them if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke them if you got them. Eliza Doolittle. Good vibes. Good vibes to you too, Starfire. All right, James Turner and Marcus McBride robbed a 7-Eleven at gunpoint. What did they do next? Ladies and gentlemen, they went to Disneyland. They robbed a 7-Eleven and got all the cash they could get, and they walked out, got in their car, and drove straight to Disneyland. They were promptly arrested at the gate while waiting in line to buy tickets to enter Disneyland. A as in apple is the correct one. They went to Disneyland. You always hear of superstar athletes after the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next after winning the Super Bowl? I'm going to go to Disneyland. Well, that was their Super Bowl. They robbed a 7-Eleven at gunpoint and then went to Disneyland. Brilliant. Brilliant, I tell you. Question 4. Marshall Williams of the famous but now closed YouTube channel Marshall's World was arrested in 2009, 2011, 2016, and lastly in 2019 for what? Was it A, drugs, B, underage drinking, C, running a meth lab, or D, relationship with minors? What did Marshall Williams, the now famous, well, former YouTuber, do? This ain't no Disneyland. Juju Positive, good evening. How are you doing, Juju? I hope you've been doing well. And welcome to tonight's trivia. I hope that you had a wonderful week. Change to D. Samantha McDowell was going with drugs. It's drugs. She says it's drugs. We got D's, C, D's, a lot of D's, some A's. Cement shoes are changing to D, ride car, C, running a meth lab. Deco Painting and Tea, good evening and welcome. I hope you've been doing well. It will be good. Got my channel back, but today has been a migraine winter day. Oh, I'm sorry, Juju. I'm truly sorry about that. Well, lay down, put a cold compress on your head. I guess that's the only thing I can suggest, other than taking drugs. I take Maxalt, MLT for migraines. But Deco Painting, it's nice to see you again too. I hope you had a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us tonight. Marshall Williams of the famous but now closed YouTube channel Marshall's World was arrested in 2009, 2011, 2016, and lastly in 2019. Obviously, he doesn't learn. What did he do? D reminds me of Jared Lysak. Jared Lysak. Lysak. All right, question number 4. What did Marshall Williams get arrested for in 2009, 2011, 2016, and 2019? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is B as in boy. Underage drinking. He started off on YouTube when he was 12 years old or 10, somewhere, or 10 or 12 years old, somewhere in there. And he kept on getting arrested for the same stupid things over and over again. Now, what got his YouTube channel closed down was him actually committing the act on air on a live stream. But in 2000, let me check. In 2019, he was arrested for an outstanding warrant. So actually, the crime happened before he was of age to drink. He started off doing reviews of different games, board games, and videos, and video games over 10 years. Don't call your kid Jared. That's true. Well, we can call my kid Jared anyways, but that's beside the point. All right, question. Whoops. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Oh, there it is. Question 5. James Allen is back on the list again. After trying to rob a mom and pop store at gunpoint, what did he demand from the owners, refusing to make his getaway before getting it? What did he refuse to leave after robbing them at gunpoint of? Was it A, the money from their pockets, B, a photo of their daughter and friends, C, a picture signed by Elvis on the wall behind the counter, D, an extra large pizza with mushrooms and green peppers to be delivered to his home? Drexel Heights and left Jared's. What did he rob? He robbed the store, obviously, at gunpoint, but he refused to leave the store and make his getaway until he got the what? What from him? Dude, James Allen. In case you're wondering, this is the 4th time James Allen has been on Dumb Criminal Trivia. The 4th time. I did not write down when this arrest was, so I only wrote down this is the 4th time he's been on the list. Elvis has left the building. Reichart C. I don't like Elvis. D, C. Rocky Road Ladies going with B. Starfire C. What did he refuse to make his getaway before getting it? What did he do? Question 5. Rocky Road Ladies going with B, C. Purple. Good evening, Purple. Welcome to tonight's Dumb Criminal Trivia. I hope you had a wonderful week. Purple is going with C, a picture signed by Elvis on the wall behind the counter. James Allen, the 4th time he has been on Dumb Criminal Trivia. All right, James Allen is back on the list again. After trying to rob a mom and pop store at gunpoint, what did he demand from the owners, refusing to make his getaway before getting it? Correct answer for question 5, ladies and gentlemen, is D, as in dog. Yes, he ordered a large pizza from the establishment, from the mom and pop store, and gave them the address to have the pizza delivered to his home. Now, the police went there. He wasn't there, but they did arrest him later on. Dumb criminal right there. I'm going to give you my name and address. Why don't you deliver a pizza to me? Is 4 times a new record? I don't know. Smith Shoes, to tell you the truth there, I know there's been some that have popped up on this list 2 or 3 times, but 4 may be the most right now. But D is in dog. He ordered an extra large pizza with mushrooms and green peppers to be delivered to his home. And he gave him his name and address. Pizza. Yeah, right? All right. I think James Allen should just retire. Probably a good idea. Question 6. Sammy was chasing the youthful look of days gone by. What did she steal an entire case of from her employer to help get that youthful look back? Was it A, cucumbers, B, liquid acid, C, sandpaper, or D, Coors Light in cans? And anchovies? I like anchovy pizza on my pizza. I don't eat a lot of pizza, but when I do, I like a real Italian. Yeah, I'm not Italian, like a New York style pizza. I don't like a Chicago. Between the two of them, I'm not a big deep dish pizza fan, but thin crust, not a cracker like hard crust, but a soft, thin crust. Anchovies, little olive oil, maybe some basil. That's good on pizza. I don't like all the stuff that they they load on there, pound and a half of cheese. If I want to eat a pound and a half of cheese, I just go open my refrigerator and get one out. I like the thin foldable slices. Yes, very much so. We have one place around here. It's called Mod Pizza. It's probably about the only pizza place that that's franchise wise that I like. A, cucumbers is Starfire with a question mark. The B with A. Oh, and FYI, so like question 6 here, if you look at the question everything over to your left except for the first letter of, like entire and get, are capitalized. For some reason, I tried correcting this, but whenever I try to put a photo and the question next to each other, and I'm typing it out, and it goes down to the next line, for some reason, it automatically capitalizes the next first letter of every word, regardless if it's in the middle of a sentence or not. Mod pizza is good. I don't like thick bready pizza where you eat one slice and you're full. Mod pizza is good. Yeah, that's about the only pizza around here that franchise-wise that I like. I'm not into pizza so much, anymore. I mean, when I was younger, heck yeah, ate a lot of pizza, but now it all just goes to my waistline. So, all right, Sammy was chasing a youthful look of days gone by. What did she steal an entire case of from her employer to help get that youthful look back? What is Mod Pizza? That's the name of the franchise cement shoes. It's called Mod, M-O-D, Mod Pizza. What did she steal an entire case of from her employer? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is B as in boy. She stole an entire case of liquid acid. Don't know what she planned on doing with it. Burning her skin off of her, I don't know. But she stole an entire case of liquid acid. And I did not note down what type of acid it was. But she stole an entire case of acid. I think all mods could use some pizza. There you go. Oh my God. Meep, meep. Good evening, meep, meep. Welcome to tonight's Dumb Criminal Trivia. I hope you had a wonderful week. Question 7. Ruben Zerati tried to rob a muffler shop in Chicago. Realizing the money was in the safe, what did he do next? A. Decided to just wait. B. Told him he would be back. C. Decided to steal all their mufflers. Or D. Sat right down and smoked his crack rock. Mandy Watson, good evening. Welcome to tonight's trivia. I hope you had a wonderful week, Mandy. Ruben Zarate? Zarate? I don't know. Tried to rob a muffler shop in Chicago. Realizing their money was all in the safe. What did he do next? Did he wait? Told me he'd come back? Decided to steal all their mufflers? Or did he sit right down and smoke that sweet, sweet crack rock? There's an hallucination acid used in wrinkle cream. Ooh. I guess that's good to know. I didn't know that. Obviously, I don't use wrinkle cream. I don't even know if my wife does. I'd have to ask. There's so many jars of different things and potions and things in our bathroom. It's a good thing we have what they call it, like a makeup station counter or whatever you call it. It's basically the length of my desk that I have in my studio here, but about half as wide, and it's got a place where you have a chair, and there's a giant mirror in front of it. She gets ready there, but there's all kinds of little jars of stuff all over the place. I don't know if there's any wrinkle cream there. I know some of the stuff is like bath salt, for you sprinkle it in your bath, but don't know. Don't ask her that. Excuse me. Vanity table. I guess that would be what it's called. Thank you, Juju. Be in the doghouse? I don't think I'd be in the doghouse if I just asked her. She's pretty down to earth. Krista don't need no wrinkle cream. She's has a gorgeous complex. She does. But I'm sure she does something with her skin. All right, what did Ruben do after realizing the muffler shop he was trying to rob didn't have any money? What did he do? Question 7. What did Ruben do? Well, the correct answer to question 7, look at my list here, is B as in boy. He told them that he would be back, and they better have money when he came back. So he left, and then he came back to rob, to get the money from the muffler shop. And you'll never guess this. The entire muffler shop was staffed by police officers when he came back. And they arrested him instead of handing him all the money. What? That isn't what he told them to do. He told them just to get money. He became a clown. Question 8. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce their names. Maya. Okay, that's whatever. These two friends were bullies who believed the world was there for their taking. One day after they followed another student home from school, they decided to steal what from the family of the student they were bullying? Was it A, the ashes of her grandfather, B, the ashes of her grandmother, C, the ashes of her brother, or D, just a simple flower pot with no flowers in it? I'm on a run, and I've never heard of any of them. What did these two friends decide to steal from the student that they were bullying? Rocky Road, D, D, B, C, A, B, B, D. Purple, D, Eliza, A. Right card's going with D. Deco painting and T is going with D. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. What did these two bullies steal from another student and her family? Do, do, do. All right, question 8. These two ladies were bullies who believed the world was there for their taking. One day after following another student home from school, they decided to steal what from the family and of the student they were bullying. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is C as in cat. The ashes of her brother. He died 2 years prior in a motorcycle accident, and in front of their home in a little courtyard, they had a little shrine set up there, and it had his box of ashes that were sitting inside of the shrine, and they took it. Even though it had his name on it, they took it. The ashes of her brother. Yeah, that's sad as hell, huh? Some people, you wonder about them. Shouldn't bully people in the first place. Yeah, I don't know if the family ever got the ashes back, or whatever happened of the case. All right, question 9. We're going all the way to Dallas, Texas now, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Wisp, I think it's how you pronounce it, robbed 23 gas stations before getting caught. He was so good at it, the police didn't even know he was the one who did it. Heck, they didn't even know the stores were robbed until he told them that he did it. How did he do this? Was it A, fake transactions, then pocket the money? B, steal the item before it ever made it into the store? C, grab an item from the shelf and take it home, then quit, and then repeat the same thing over and over again? Or D, told a friend to shoplift an item, sell it, and split the cash? Deco painting and tea. I don't know if the family ever got the ashes back. The trivia question didn't actually answer that. B's, C's, we got a D. Gigi Positive's going with C. Scott Wisp, I don't think that's how you pronounce it, robbed 23 gas stations before getting caught. And getting is spelled wrong. Starfire is going with A. Purple is going with D. Meep Meep is changing answer to D. What did this brilliant criminal do? I plead the fifth. Dallas, Texas. Everything's bigger and better in Texas. Rocky Road Lady is going with A. Fake transaction, then pocket the money. All right, ladies and gentlemen, question 9. The correct answer is D, as in dog. Told his friend to shoplift an item, then they would sell it and then split the cash that they got for the item. Most of the 23 times that he did it, though, were cases of beer. His friend would just come in, grab a case of beer, and then sell it and to somebody, and then they would split the cash. The store had a minimum loss amount. If they lost under $50 in a total shift, they just kind of shrugged it off as a loss. It wasn't until he got caught that they started putting all the pieces together, and then he confessed that this is what him and his friend had been doing for so long. He'd go from one job to another to another to another, and steal a case of beer. He'd have his friend steal them, sell it, and then they'd split the cash. I don't know how many times they did it at each store, but he would, before he ever got caught doing this, he quit and just go on to another job. Do it again and again and again. But he never took the item itself. Where C says he grabbed an item from the shelf and then take it home and quit. It was D. He always had his friend do it while he was on his shift, so it never would alarm any. No one would go, "Oh, hey, you have to pay for that." No, it was him by himself. All right, question 10. Sometimes being too tall can get you caught. Sometimes being too small can do the same. What, however, got 4'1" Marcella Pete's caught? Was it A, dressing up as a clown when he did it? B, dressed as a male stripper when he did it? C, dressed as a ballet dancer when he did it? Or D, dressed as a cowboy when he did it? And you might wonder, what did he actually do? He robbed a check cashing store. He robbed a check cashing store. Did he dress as a clown, a male stripper, a ballet dancer, or a cowboy? 4'1", Marcella Peets. Dumb criminals just happened on I-5 in Thurston County. Someone hijacked an 18-wheeler and it rolled it. Wow. Well, I hope everyone's safe out there. That's terrible. Sometimes being too tall can get you caught. Sometimes being too small can do the same. What, however, got 4'1" Marcella Peets caught? What did this bright criminal do? Well, what got him caught? Robbed a check cashing store. But what got him caught? 4'1". A, B. Oh, yeah. A, C, B, A. Did anybody guess he dressed like a cowboy? I'll move my cursor over the other screen. A, B, A, C, B, A, and C. Nobody thinks he dressed like a cowboy and robbed a check cashing store. Either a ballet dancer, a male stripper, or a clown. Robin Marconi Cassidy RN. Good evening, Robin Marconi Cassidy RN. Welcome to tonight's Dumb Criminal Trivia. I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope you have fun. And Robin is going with A, dressed like a clown. What did this individual do? Well, what did he do is he robbed a check cashing store. How was he dressed when he got caught? Question 10. C-A-LOL, hello there. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what state? I don't know. Don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer for question 10 is D, as in dog. He dressed as a cowboy. 4'1" cowboy, dressed up in that disguise to rob a check cashing store. And he was quickly identified because all the other people who may have been wearing costumes or whatever, they weren't 4'1". Everybody guessed every other thing. Nobody guessed D. We all missed on that one. But he dressed up as a cowboy. The two times I don't say D, and D is right. Well, question 11. Stop me if you have heard this before. Two robbers walk into a bank. One pulls out a gun and says, "Give me all the money." While the second robber says to the first robber, "First, wait, this isn't a bank. This is a funeral home. The bank is next door." What did these masterminds do next? A. Just robbed the place anyways. B. Went next door and robbed the bank. C. Got in their car and left. Or D. Put their guns down and gave up. Wouldn't fit into a cowboy outfit. Maybe. I'm sure they make cowboy outfits for all sizes. Could have been a kid's costume for all I know. Just said that, all it says is he dressed up as a cowboy to rob a check cashing store. Stop me if you've heard this before. Two robbers walk into a bank. One pulls out a gun and says, "Give me all the money." While the second robber says to the first, "Wait, this isn't a bank. This is a funeral home. The bank is next door." What did these masterminds do next? Toy Story. What was the kid that the character from Toy Story? What was his name? Drawing a blank on the name. I'm sure somebody knows. It's been a while since I've seen Toy Story. Change of C, B, A, B. Cheryl Allen is going A. Ale Dottie. Cowboy. Question. Woody. Thank you. There we go. Woody. Okay. Woody was the cowboy in Toy Story. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it. Oh yeah, gotta think per vertical with this Disney. Martin Short. Excuse me. What did these two brilliant criminals do? Then Jessica's his girlfriend. Stop me if you've heard this before. Two robbers walk into a bank. One pulls out a gun and says, "Give me all the money." While the second robber says to the first, "Wait, this isn't a bank. This is a funeral home. The bank is next door." What did these masterminds do next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, question 11. What did they do next? The correct answer is B as in boy. They went next door and robbed the bank. But because of the great people at the funeral home, they called the police while they were robbing the actual bank next door. They were quickly apprehended. This took place in 2017. I did not note, or it didn't say where the actual crime took place. It just says 2017. It went next door to the actual bank and robbed it. Yeah, I got two right. All right, going on to question number 12. Joan Stevens was a good mom by all accounts. Well, she was when sober, which wasn't very often. She would have done anything for her kids, though. What was she arrested for? Was it A, for destroying a science fair so her daughter could win? B, lacing the school punch bowl at a dance with vodka? C, showing up at her daughter's prom loaded and stripping for cash for the football team? Or D, showing up at her daughter's prom and handing out beer in the parking, I think that's parking, supposed to be parking lot, to 18-year-olds? What did Joanne Stevens do? These fools are as thick as two bricks. Before COVID, 2017 is. Smith Shoes going with D. And that's supposed to, I think that's supposed to be parking lot, not Parkington. I have one more week of trivia questions that are already done, and then I have to start doing some more. But when I start doing the next ones, I'm going to pay more closer attention to the spelling and how some of these are worded. A, C, B, A, D. Love trivia. So do I. So do I. Starfire, there you go. E, all the above. pulling an answer from the Inner Peas playbook. I have the serial killer trivia ready for a week after next, if that works. Of course it will. Smith Shoes, just let me know when. Week after next. Sounds good to me. Whenever you have time to do it, we'll do it. Joanne Stevens was a good mom, by all accounts, when she was sober, which wasn't very often. She would have done anything for her kids. What was she arrested for? Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer to question 12 is A, as in apple. She destroyed an entire science fair so her daughter could win the science fair. She was the only one that didn't have her science project destroyed. She did it so her daughter could win the science fair. All right, Smith Shoes, here's the email address. For 11now business at gmail.com. Feel sorry for the daughter? So do I. It was pretty obvious, what she did. She destroyed 26 different science projects at the science fair, and her daughter's was the only one that wasn't destroyed. Out after that she dropped our out after that. If I was her daughter, I would have changed my name and moved to a different school somewhere far away quickly. All right, question number 13. All right, it's all right to cry. It might even make you feel better. What brought tears to Willie Randolph's eyes on March 23rd, 1961? Was it A, he placed a giant wager and won but lost the ticket on the way to claim his winnings? B, he lost to a KO, which is a knockout in boxing, match to a kangaroo? C, he lost his appeal to be released from prison because he didn't sign the papers correctly? Or D, he won the lottery and cried because his dreams all came true? It's all right to cry. It might even make you feel better. In case y'all wondering, what that's from. It's all right to cry. It might even make you feel better. Is from a song that was in a movie that was made in, I think, about 1973, 74, somewhere in there. The movie was called Free to Be You and Me. And it was like they did little skits and dances and stuff like that in the movie. There was puppets in it, and there was this song about sharing your emotions, and that was the song. It's all right to cry. It's all right to cry. It might even make you feel better. It's one of those movies that I've probably seen in my lifetime 30, 40 times. It's one of those movies that, in school, whenever the teacher wanted to, not to do anything, they'd just, go get the cart and they'd wheel in the projector TV and you'd watch it, or you'd watch it on VHS tape somewhere along the way. I've seen it so many times. I can damn near recite each part of it. But in my mind, though, it was early 1970s when it was made, because it kind of had that feeling of the old show that used to be on PBS, Electric Avenue. No, not the Eddie Grant song, but the actual show, Electric Avenue, in the 70s. Yeah. So I hear. It's all right to cry. It might even make you feel better. What brought tears to Willie Randolph's eyes on March 23rd, 1961? Electric Company? I think Electric Company, wasn't that part of something else? Like another show? Like Gary Gnu and the Gnu's or something? I can't remember. It's going to come to me, though. Electric Company. I think that was on PBS as well. But Electric Avenue. But they had that like 70s vibe, for some reason. I can just remember, the hair and the colors of the clothing. What brought tears to Willie Randolph's eyes on March 23rd, 1961, ladies and gentlemen? What brought tears to his eyes? I enjoyed 3, 2, 1 contact. 3, 2, 1 contact. Yeah, I've definitely seen that on PBS. But maybe was Electric Company part of 3, 2, 1 contact? Because they cement shoes. They also had um, wherever there's trouble, we're on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. That was kids who solved mysteries. Yes, not an animated show like Scooby Doo, but kids who solved mysteries with logic and deduction. The Bloodhound Gang from that was on 3, 2, 1 contact. You miss PBS? Rita Monroe started an electric company. Hmm. Starred on electric company. I couldn't tell you who was on any of us. You're going to age us, Will. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, what brought tears to Willie Randolph's eyes on March 23rd, 1961? Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is C, as in cat. He lost his appeal to be released from prison because he didn't sign the actual papers Willie Randolph, which was his birth name. He signed it with his actual fake name. And they tore all the papers up and they said, you need to apply again, later on when you can fill out the papers correctly. But we never know if he was going to be paroled anyways. But it was for his appeal for the parole. Are you talking about Whiz Kids? No, the Bloodhound Gang was kind of like they played it at the end of 3-2-1 Contact or one of the shows. I think it was 3-2-1 Contact, but they were called the Bloodhound Gang, and that was their theme song. I just sang it. Wherever there's trouble, we're on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. That was their theme song. What a dummy. You missed the old PBS? It's almost impossible to find a PBS station around here anymore. The PBS that my son watches is out of a college town that's about, I'd say, 260 miles from here. That's the only PBS station that we can actually get digital. I'm sure there are other ones out there. We can't find them. That's a bullshot, Mr. Randolph. PBS Now. He lost his appeal, released from prison. Okay, question 14. What is one crime Bill Gates said he could understand someone doing but would never do himself? Was it A, armed robbery, B, insider trading, C, auto theft, or D, murder? What is one crime Bill Gates said he could understand someone doing but would never do it himself? Rachel and Summit Shoes are going with B, insider trade. Oh, B for Meat Meat. Oh, B. Liza's going with B as well. Well, C and check D off. I'll say A. Star 5 going with B as well, insider trading. I'm going to tell you about the answer to this, and it kind of actually makes sense in a way once I tell you the answer. What is one crime Bill Gates said he could understand someone doing, but would never do it himself? What can he understand? I can understand that, but I wouldn't do that. Could be murder. Could Bill Gates understand murder? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Look at that face. Does that look like the face of somebody who could probably get so mad at someone that he could understand murder? Does that man look like he could understand robbery, insider trading, such a white collar crime, or stealing a car, auto theft? He wants to depopulate the world. Does he? I didn't know that. Did not know that. I know he wants to get rid of malaria. I know him and Melinda. That was one of their big things that they wanted to get rid of malaria from around the world. My daughter wouldn't have gotten a high school, she wouldn't have graduated from high school if it wasn't for Bill Gates and another giant benefactor who we still don't know who is they started a STEM school that's just mathematics and science high school, and that's where my daughter went. Excuse me, because she was absolutely bored out of her gourd in regular school. She had a mind for math and for science, and then along came this new STEM school, and they said, "Hey, how about going to a high school where you just do all the things that you really enjoy, math and science?" And my daughter was like, "Heck yeah, sign me up. Where's it at?" Well, I know that a large portion of the world is overpopulated. He spoke at TED Talk in 2010, depopulation by 10 to 15%. He can buy a car. He can. And if you were here last week, you remember Bill Gates got traffic tickets in a car. So, question 14: what's the one crime Bill Gates said he could understand someone doing, but would never do it himself? The actual correct answer to question 14 is C, as in cat, auto theft. Why did he say he could understand auto theft? Because he couldn't remember who had his car. He had a little Toyota like Corolla, when he started Microsoft, and he loaned it out to so many people that he didn't know who had his car or where his car was at any time. And he's like, I can understand why people steal a car because they need to get from point A to point B. I don't even know where my car is. Auto theft. He said he could understand it, but he would never do it. He doesn't have a driver's license? Well, he doesn't have a valid driver's license because he keeps on forgetting to renew it. That's his problem. Yeah, I understand that, though. A lot of people are just that. There's some people out there like that are just that brilliant. They can't think at that what would be a level that everybody else would think at. They're always thinking at a completely higher level plane than everybody else. I mean, there are a lot of stories about Albert Einstein not being able to balance his bank account or be able to find his way home from the university, which was like a block and a half away to his home. He couldn't find his way home. He couldn't do those things. It didn't matter how many times he did it, try to find his way home or do these simple tasks. They were just so far below his actual understanding because they're on a completely different plane. Computer guru trusted science. All right, question 15. What did Hollywood superstar Claudia Larnach do to her boyfriend, Olympic winner Spider Sabash, then get convicted of in 1976? And then, in case you can't read the bottom part there, she is a French singer and actress. Is it A, manslaughter, B, murder in the first degree, C, theft, or D, acting like she cared for him? What did she do? Maybe you remember her, maybe you don't. Juju, Rachel are going with A. Red card C. Claudia Langet. Meet is going with B. Murder in the First Degree. Haven't heard of any of them but Gates, unfortunately. This is still this case, and what Claudia did is still talked about all over where she did this. The location, it's still brought up in like folklore and in stories. It's the whole thing. It's been made into movies too. At least one movie that I know of. I think there might be two. One was like those TV show of the week or whatever. The other one was, I think it was an actual movie, full length movie. What she did to her boyfriend, Olympic winner Spider Sabash. Me, Juju, I try to be in a good mood every time I'm here. I love doing trivia. I love doing these questions. Hollywood superstar Claudia Longette, due to her boyfriend, Olympic winner Spider Sabash, then get convicted of in 1976. I feel like she cared for him. D. What did she do? Did Bruce Jenner get a trophy that year? Don't know. I don't know if Bruce Jenner got a trophy that year. Hollywood superstar Claudia Longette. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Claudia was convicted in 1976 of manslaughter. A as in apple. Go to full screen here. It's me. All right. She shot her boyfriend and she was convicted of manslaughter. She was not convicted of first degree murder because they bumbled the entire case. They left evidence behind. They mislabeled stuff. They threw things into a bag. And it happened in, I believe, Aspen, Colorado. But it's still talked about in that area, and there's a lot of folklore around her and how she got away with it. Claudia. People say don't commit a Claudia. Was I right about manslaughter? My daughter was asking about Christmas parade. A is an apple. Manslaughter was the correct answer. That is all 15 questions on the trivia for tonight. Just tell me, was it good? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know by voting either thumbs up or thumbs down. I can turn off this ambient music as well. Hope that didn't bother too many people. The ambient music that I had playing in the background, if you heard it. They only give you like It was like 10 different choices. The choices are chill, down tempo, lounge, hip hop, lo fi, chill hop, or ambient. Those are the only options. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Will. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rachel. I didn't notice it until just now. Didn't hear it? Well, it's good. I had it on really low in the background. It's one of the features that they're now offering with the streaming. Put ambient music in the background. I got to check out this one because I just out of curiosity what it is. This is chill hop. When do you do serial killers? You can play the deaf audio. Well, I was just curious what chill hop is. Never heard of chill hop. Love trivia night. Me, I don't really do just only serial killer trivia anymore. Used to. I mean, we can always do it again. Do trivia night on one individual. I'm always up for it. I could easily put together a trivia night. 15 questions of different just about any favorite serial killer you may have. Gosh knows I have enough files and notes on a lot of them. It wouldn't take that long to put something together like that. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, Purple. Thank you again for joining us tonight. You have a wonderful evening. Because we all know it. I have an idea for an episode about two completely unrelated bizarre cases that I would think would make an interesting video. I will email you offline of the two cases. Alrighty, you do that, Cement Shoes. And thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I've done serial killer trivia like on Bundy, Dahmer, Ridgeway, um, BTK, Bind, Torture, Kill. Um, and I used to do some music trivia. I enjoyed the music trivia a lot more. I enjoy them both, but just slightly more than the other trivia because music makes the world go around. But I got a lot of backlash from that from people who were like, well, I don't tune in to listen to you talk about music or to hear music. I tune in because you're a crime channel and I want crime trivia. So I want to do it on one of the other channels that I have, but I just don't have time to do it. It takes time to put together the music trivia. Broken Justice, good evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. YouTube ex cops will support Jared. You think so? I don't know. Right now, there's a lot of backlash on the whole thing. Today was the last video that I have on it on Jared Lyzik or Lazik or whatever, however people want to pronounce it. You hear people say it different ways, Lyzik or Lazik, whatever. And the one, excuse me, and the ones complaining probably never watched another video, just stopped by to cry. I wish that was the truth, Cement Shoes. But I heard a lot of backlash and got a lot of backlash about the music trivia from people who have been subscribers to my channel since 2018. So I kind of take those ones a little bit more to heart, in the spect of the whole thing. So you got to offer people what they want. Lamont knew he was a creep the entire time. Petty Betties. Lamont called it. Lamont, yeah. What did he? I can't. I can never keep track of which channel he actually had it on first. I think it was on Lamont on the Run, not the Black Bigelow or Black Bugatti. Fascinating Graves. I mean, how many does he have? Five, six channels? I can't. I can never keep them straight. But I think he put it on Lamont on the Run first. But he is right, though. Do you think Jared is capable of murder? No, no. I think he's too much of a my own personal opinion, and I can have my own personal opinion. I don't think Jared is capable of hurting anyone other than someone who is smaller and weaker than himself. But I enjoy Lamont's content for the most part. I don't really like the where he gets into digging in on other channels. You know, how's the best way to put this? The drama. He'll clickbait you with a title and a thumbnail, and then the video will be about that individual, and like he's going to slam them or he's going to give you the dirty truth about them, but then he walks it back in the video itself. And then when the mudslide of negative comments come his way, he kind of rolls it back and says, "I never said that." Cracks me up. I know somebody who knows Lamont pretty well. They don't know him from his YouTube channel, but they knew him before he ever started his YouTube. Lamont is helping by interviewing homeless guys. Lamont at Large, yeah, that's one of Lamont's channels. So he's got. See if we can get them all here. We have Lamont at Large, Lamont on the Run. Then we have Fascinating Graveyards. Then we have Black Bigelow, Big Black Bugatti. Depends on which one he decides to keep the name of. Then there is um, I know there's five. I'm missing one. On the Run, at Large, Fascinating Graveyards, Black Bugatti. But there's one more. I know there's one more. But yes, the cemeteries. So do I. Lamont helps out wherever he can in his own way. I like it when he's just getting food and talking about his travels. That's a lot more of what he's got on the Black Bugatti, Black Bigelow channel. A lot of reviews of different food and stuff like that. I mean, I know he's got that. I only knew about three channels. Yeah, he's got so Lamont on the Run. I think I've seen you actually on the when he was doing a live stream on there, or maybe it was Lamont at Large. It was one of them. I caught you when you were on live. He was doing a live stream from his either his camper or his van. So he's got on the Run at Large. Then he's got the Fascinating Graveyard channel. Then he's got the Black Bugatti, Black Bigelow. He's changed that name back and forth. I think his actual the banner at the top of his page for that one is Black Bugatti, and it's. But I know there's five, but I just can't remember what the other one is. You like Melton John? Melton John. Is that some like a YouTube creator? I'm not familiar with that. I like the way he's a good storyteller. Lamont is. And he brings you to, it tells you about the case from where it happened, and then brings you to the final resting place of these individuals. I mean, I would never make it to those final resting places, to see some of those graves. That's cool. Um, I knew that they moved around, like the band members. Their graves have been moved several times of Leonard Skinner, but I never knew how many times they moved him around until I watched his video on it. Same here. Starfire, the Leonard Skinner. Yeah, yeah. I had no idea. I've been by the actual place where the plane crashed, to see the memorial. I was probably 16, 17, and saw the place. I don't know. I was in my, for some reason, I think I was in that age group. I mean, I stopped going back there. I was probably 22, 21, right in there. So, I mean, to me, in my mind now, hell, I could have been 19 when I was there, or 14. But every summer, me and my friend, we used to fly back there to visit his grandfather and hang out with his grandfather. And his grandfather would take us all over the South. We never knew we were going to go next. He had business someplace. We just went with him, and he'd go do his business while he was doing. He had meetings or whatever. We just hang out in town, walk around, see the sights. What are two teenage boys going to do, right? Find something to do. Photo of daughter. Uh, Broken Justice is on a previous trivia question, the one with Elvis and photo of the daughter and friends. Won't ruin it for what the answer is. And my friend's grandfather was the co-founder of Rubbermaid, the plastics company. Man was loaded beyond belief. And he was so detached from society. He couldn't tell you what a gallon of milk cost. He had to make an emergency landing once, and they had to get oil for his helicopter because he flew everywhere by helicopter. Didn't trust airplanes, but he had to get oil, and they said it was like 235, so he started handing like $235 in cash instead of $2.35. The first time I met the guy, he came out here to where I was a kid, hanging out with my friend, and we wanted to go see a matinee, and he gave us like $50 a piece to go see a matinee. I think cost like $2 back then. I mean, at least at that movie theater we were going to. They used to do things, wild, crazy stuff like that. At least in my mind now, it'd be wild and crazy. And how he, would just hand us money for dumb stuff. I'm going to do a mix of true or false, as well as multiple choice questions, unless that's dumb. No, no, cement shoes are totally good with me. Yeah, like him. Yeah, he was a great guy. He passed away a long time ago. I mean, heck, my friend's still alive, but his mother, his father, his sister, they've all passed. I mean, I was just trying to think the other day, ladies and gentlemen. My daughter is 24 years old. 24. All right. And our son is 6. 6. It's like, where did that 24 years go? I want it back. Give me back those 24 years. But I wouldn't change, the past for, for anything. I think that, ignoring your past and ignoring where you came from, you're doomed to, to fail. You have to embrace who you are and where you've come from because it makes you who you are. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up tonight's conversation and trivia here. I hope that you all had fun doing the trivia tonight. And if you have a chance, stop in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do just a morning chat, get together, and talk. No real, topic for Saturdays. But I thank everybody. Never got married. Um, my friend's grandfather, he got married. Yeah. Or maybe we're talking about something else. Oh, anyways, though, I have to take off. But thank you again, everyone. You have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tomorrow.